I've coached thousands of women and I keep seeing the same patterns that comes back. Smart women, sensitive women, committed women, women who do things out of love and they don't understand why the man in front of them changes, shuts down or pulls away. The truth is certain actions, even when they come from your heart, they can destroy attraction and the balance of a relationship. In this video today, I want to talk about 8 things that women should never do for a man. Of course, it's not about to judge you, but it is to help you regain a position where you are respected, desired, and of course, aligned with yourself. So the number one thing that you should not do, it is excusing his bad behavior when he's not taking action to make up for the past mistakes. What do I mean by that? A lot of men, they will come back to you and they will talk about how much they can change. They will ask for forgiveness. They will tell you that they love you, they want to be with you, that they were missing you. And then you will come back with them without knowing, did they really work on their mistake? Did they consult maybe a psychologist, a coach? What did they do to prove that they will work on their anger issue, on their communication, on their avoidant attachment style? And so if you always believe a man's word, you can find yourself in a situation where he would always give you hope that he would change, hope that he would respect you, hope that you will get a great relationship with him. But at the end of the day, it won't be the case. So it's important for you to share your emotions. Hey, this is not acceptable for me. This is not what I want. This is not something I can tolerate. And you know, I love neuroscience, I love psychology. So I was looking at every single study since I started to understand. There is one that is quite old from 1991, and it's a study from Roosevelt. Basically, they say the more emotionally invested someone is, the more likely they are to minimize or rationalize their partner's negative behaviors. In other words, coming from a coach, I have seen so many women, because they always find excuses for the man's behavior, because they want to believe their words, they find themselves in a one-sided relationship, in a toxic relationship, in this cycle where there is no solution, because they are so invested that they cannot break up. They cannot even sometimes share their feelings. And I love to study also, books about people, their autobiography. And I was reading a lot of articles. Imagine someone like Rihanna. Rihanna was at the moment the #1 artist in the world. And she was sharing how not setting boundaries with a man can make her feel so losing self-confidence, self-respect, being hurt. And so if someone like Rihanna can feel like this, we will all feel the same, even me as a man. So I'm doing this video to tell you the #1 thing you should never do with a man is excuse his behavior if he's not taking action, if he's not trying to be a better man. #2, it will be to making his happiness first before yours. This is also something I'm seeing every single day. And it seems normal to you, but for me as a coach, I decided to tell you it's not okay. So let's forget Disney, let's forget Hollywood, let's forget even the society. It will at first be normal. You will take more interest in what he likes, you will try to adapt your behavior, you will try to focus on what he wants to do. Basically, you're putting himself first. You're putting this guy on top, and it's not a big deal, Alex. I like what he likes too. It's normal when you are in a relationship. You should do those things. Yes, if it's balanced. If it's only you making the efforts, then you will forget about yourself. And you will tell me, but Alex, this is coming from a place of love. And I like it, honestly. But you know what I like more? Psychology. When a woman is always doing what he wants, this guy can only take her for granted. And there is a study that supports this point from Aaron and Smolin. 1992, so also an old one. But this study says that attachment is based on perception of self-expansion. In other words, we love someone that can add something to our life. If your job is to tell me that I'm the best and you only give me what I want, what do you add? What do you make me discover? And ladies, you have so much great ideas. I coach you and I'm like, wow, this is perfect. You should do this. You should say that, because you have the solution within yourself. Working with me, and you can click in the description box below. You will see the private coaching, and I also have a gift that I want you to, learn about my philosophy and get results. So you have a free ebook in the description. But when you work with me, I'm able to tell you exactly what you have to do. I'm able to tell you exactly how you can navigate this situation. So I was coaching an amazing woman who come to me and say, Alex, I don't understand. I do everything he wants and he wants to break up with me. So my question was, what do you bring to the table that he is not aware, that he didn't try, that you are the only one that can bring it to him? And I see her face. Her name was Delphine. She's from France. And her face changed and she told me like, wow, I didn't think like this. So it's important for you to realize that once you do the right action, you get the results you want. And however, if you try to focus on what he wants, you lose yourself. And this will lead to mistake number 3, being scared of saying what's bothering you. I know, ladies, that you have been in very toxic relationship. I know that you have been with men that was verbally abusive, physically abusive. When you were sharing that you want to change something, you get a lot of bad response, like bad behavior in return. And so I've coached so many women who told me, Alex, I am scared to tell him this because that will become a big problem. I don't want to create conflict. And so they keep it for themselves. So when they stay quiet, you will endure. You will basically keep it for you, and this will create your inner war. Yes, you will avoid conflict, but you know what? Those emotions will accumulate. And one day, you will explode. Or this guy will tell himself, hey, you know what? She's never saying anything wrong. I can continue. I can even amplify what I was doing. So they don't know that you're suffering. They don't know what you want. And unfortunately, this will play against you. So if you're watching this video, I urge you, ladies, to share, of course, the right way with emotional communication, emotional intelligence. But it's important to share how you feel, to share when something little bothers you. Because if not, the little thing will become bigger, and then will become too big. And that can create a breakup. So I will always encourage you to understand it's not conflict that destroys a relationship. It is the fear of speaking up, the fear of being you, the fear of losing him. Basically, the fears are the reason why a relationship won't last. And so this is the reason, or this is the situation number 3 that you should never accept or create with a man. Because when you stay silent, ladies, you will always find yourself, you're losing yourself. You will always feel like you're cheating yourself. And this is not what I want for you. Okay? So let's continue with mistake number 4. And this one is a big one for me as a coach. Becoming financially dependent on a guy. This is how you give him control. I've coached so many women, and I know what you will tell me. Alex, it was him. It was him that wanted me to move to his place. It was him that wanted me to, come to his city, because he told me that he would pay for everything. He told me that I have a bigger apartment than yours. You should come with me. What do? You live your life because you believe his words, and that's great. But at the end of the day, you will be dependent on him. And so when a man feels such control, such power, either he doesn't love you because he doesn't feel inspired, or he starts to become very narcissist because I have control. Let me do what I want on you. I know you're like blocked. You have to stay with me. And there is a study from Good, Voth, and Mead in 2006 that says financial resources directly influence perception of power and control in a relationship. So ladies, I'm not judging you. I'm always on your side. Men will try to get control over you financially. Come, as I said, come to my place, it's bigger. That's what I hear every day. Or you should come, I can pay for everything until you find a job. But 6 months later on, you're not finding a job. Then they start to tell you, oh, I'm paying everything. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. And it turns out that they feel you don't add anything to their life. So this is the mistake number 4. I want you to be careful. Mistake number 5, becoming his second mother. Same situation in coaching that I'm seeing every time. Alex, I know that he was not organized, so I helped him with all of his papers, taxes, whatever. Or, it's just something difficult for him, so I started to cook for him and clean for him and make his life better. Then this guy will consider that you're a secretary. He will consider that you're like a nurse. And he won't be able to develop attraction feelings. So I understand that it comes from a good place of heart. You're such an amazing woman. But the mistake number 5, it's this one. When you are a second mother, it becomes a parent-child relationship. He won't give you attention. He won't give you love. This won't create, the situation where he has desire for you. And so at the end of the day, he will only take you for granted. So be careful. Mistake number 6. And before I share with you the mistake number 6, I want to make sure that you will smash the like button and that you will, of course, subscribe to this channel. I'm just doing longer videos, going deeper with neuroscience, just so you know what to do with the guy you like, okay? So mistake number 6, it's a big one. It's hiding your personality. It's hiding your voice. I've coached so many women, and like yesterday, I coached an amazing woman. She lives in Dubai. Very independent, amazing woman in a way that she's an entrepreneur. She's taking good care of herself. She has good values. Perfect. She says, Alex, I own real estate and I'm scared to talk about it because he's not an entrepreneur. He's just, she was not saying this in a bad way, but he's an employee making less than her. And I said, and what's next? You are this woman. You are the woman that is financially independent. You are the investor. You can talk about it. If he doesn't like it, that is not aligned to your personality. But if you hide yourself, what will happen? He will try to take control. You will never be yourself. You will never blossom in a relationship. And so she started to understand that the more you hide yourself, the more you hide your intelligence, your success or whatever, then you find yourself in a relationship that doesn't make you happy. So let's stop this, okay? And if you need my help for private coaching, the link is in the description box, okay? I'll be there for you. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm not here to make videos, okay? I will be the one talking to you. I will be the one following you. But you need to talk to my success manager to see what are the options. The link is in the description. Mistake number 7, or things that I don't want you to do. Big one from coaching. The last 2 are really from my experience of coaching, but it will be about isolating yourself for a relationship. I coached a lot of women that tells me, Alex, he wanted me to, it starts with, oh, I don't like this friend of you. Or you're always calling your mom. I don't know why you talk to your coworker. There is nothing. He's just a coworker. But at the end of the day, there is some subconscious pressure that you will receive from him. And this will make you in a position where I want to please him. I want to isolate myself, thinking if I'm only here for him, he will love me more, which will be the opposite. He will only control you more. And that's when he will start to think that he can do whatever he wants. So there is one study. I want you to hear this one. It's from Thoughts in 2011. And I really found this one interesting because it says that people who strongly reduce their outside social ties in favor of an exclusive relationship, they will develop relationship anxiety, fear of abandonment, and emotional dependence. So, are you really codependent Or are you just isolating yourself from people? So when you come to me and say, Alex, I'm so codependent, no, you're just not seeing your friend. Go see your friend, you will feel much better. But I'm scared of his reaction. Don't be scared. That is the reason why you're talking to me. If you're scared, then you become available, needy, and this guy will have control over you. And remember, there is public figure. I was reading an article about Adele, the singer. She's amazing, but she says that when I was in my relationship, I gave everything to it. I isolate myself. Then I was not happy. So if we look at people that are celebrities, superstar, okay, global star, they have the same issue as us. We cannot let the fear control us. We cannot let the situation control us. So this is mistake number 7 that I don't want you to do. Mistake number 8, the last one, very emotionally taxing on me because I'm a coach, but I'm also, of course, a human being. When you will accept intimacy practice that you don't want to do. And I won't talk only about the intimate part. I've coached so many women who came to me and tell me, Alex, he wanted to try multiple partners. You know, he wanted to have sex with 3 girls at the same time as me. Or he wanted to try polyamorous relationship. If you're okay with it, no big deal. You do whatever you want. It's your life. Go for it. But if you feel that you don't want to do it, if you feel it's something that goes against your value, and you do it just because you're scared to lose him, just because you want to please him or whatever, this will backfire to you. So I've coached, once again, many women, the threesome, the polyamorous relationship. If you do it without wanting it, this will only make him feel that he can do more, not less, more. And so that's the reason why I want you to be careful. When you accept something, you're opening the door for him to have more needs. And so it starts with a threesome, then foursome, then fivesome, then I don't even know what will be the next, okay? So it's very important for you to not feel I need to satisfy him if it's something that goes against my value. I want you to think clearly about it because it's very important that you feel you in this relationship.